Mike James here, and I want to talk to you guys about the 5 types of income that there is and how you can make a decision on how to get multiple streams of income. Because I personally believe that inflation's at an all-time high, right? And we're being priced out, so we have to start getting creative to find other ways on how to make money and get multiple streams of income. You may have heard this before. There's some people who believe something different, but I'm someone who believes that if you have the knowledge, the intellectual property of how money works, you will be able to thrive in this up and coming turbulent times that we're going to be in. And it's not even up and coming. I believe that we're actually in those turbulent times. So anyhow, we're going to start with the 5 types of income. As you can see here, I already have them listed out. You have earned income. I'm going to explain all of these for you. And then you have profit income, interest income, dividend, rental income, capital gains, royalty, and passive. Now, I personally believe, and before we go any further, I want you to know that this is just for educational purposes, and this is not financial advice. I'm just trying to plant a seed so you can seek information on your own. You should seek information from certified professionals and verify the things that you hear from people on the internet, and myself included, with professionals. I'm only telling you from my experience and on my journey, right? So anyhow, let's talk about these 8 types of income, right? So here we have earned interest, right? Earned interest is probably the most popular form of income because it's the one that we all know, is that you have to work to get money, right? So this is something that you'll get from jobs, tips, commission sales, and things like that. Anytime that you have to perform trading your time in order for someone to pay you for a product or pay you for a service that you're providing, right? And earned income is mostly a service-based income, right? So once you get paid for that, that is earned income. This is what you get for your job. It's your salaries, your tips, and your commissions, all right? So then you have profit income, right? Which is the majority of where my income comes from, is profiting from investments, right? So profit income is whenever you find anything, right? You can find furniture on the side of the road, free on Facebook Marketplace, or you can even buy items and then resell them, and then the profit you make is income, right? This is going to be key when it comes to understanding taxes, which is also something that you're going to have to consider in all of this. Don't just think that this is just all free money that you're going to get. That's why you have to talk with certified professionals when you start doing these things, so you can understand how to protect yourself both financially and legally. And then so profit income is just whenever you're buying and selling anything, right? So one of the things that's most important that you need to understand is that when it comes to profit income, right, you need to understand margins, right? How much profit are you going to get? Is it worth it? And this is later. I'll have a video breaking that down later, but let's get through these here, right? So next you have interest. Interest income is any type of income you get from either loaning money or depositing capital into some kind of account that actually gives you interest. You see that on savings accounts, CD accounts, right? Even like your 401k, even though it holds it, that is something that you store money in, and then you will get interest on it, and it will pay you on it, right? And so next we have, I like interest. I really think a lot of people, especially when it comes to beginning investors, you should be focused primarily on the interest income because it's the most accessible, it comes with the most insurance, and it's the most safe, right? You got the Roth IRAs, you have the traditional 401ks that gives you actually exposure, and there's tax benefits to 401ks. So there's all types of things that you actually need to do here, right? So next we have dividend income. Dividend income is when you buy stocks, right? Or you invest in a company and they pay you quarterly or yearly. It depends on how it's structured, but your dividend income is going to come from primarily investing in paper assets like stocks, right? Walmart pays dividend income, Coca-Cola pays dividend income. So if you listen to Warren Buffett, who's one of my favorite investors, and even though you'll hear somebody on the internet that says they don't like Warren Buffett get rich for sure. Compounded interest works, guys. I don't care what no one says. We're not arguing. It's one of the best things there is, right? But there's faster ways, but we're going to get to that. But I want to tell you that start somewhere, get the information, and then that's when you start investing into these things, right? So dividend incomes you get from stocks and whatnot and everything like that. Rental income. Now this is more complex things that you would get from like real estate, right? Is the most common rental income. There's actually creative things you can do with like house hacking, right? You can personally rent a house, move someone into it, but you have to be careful and you got to communicate. The thing is ask questions. Here, don't even just take my opinion on things. This is what I'm telling you. Ask the person who's leasing this place to you, what are your guidelines and restrictions? What is it that you're responsible for, what you can do, right? It'll be in your lease agreement, right? You can even do, there was this thing a while that you can do this thing with Airbnb. You rent the Airbnb, then you rent it out to somebody else at a higher price. You can get it from that. But these are creative ways that you can come up with, and they all have risk. But what I'm just right now today, I'm just introducing you into all of the options that you have for income, right? Then you have capital gains tax, right? Capital gains tax is what you're going to get from the profit from selling assets like stocks, cryptocurrency, and any type of things that you sell on Wall Street. You're going to get capital gains from that, right? So you can get it from real estate, but you will have to focus on the taxes. You might have heard capital gains in taxes, but these are one of the things that you need to focus on is that once you sell your house, you're going to have to pay taxes on it. This is just me giving you the surface level information to get your mind going in order to understand all of these things, right? So next we have royalty income, and this is something that I think today is what I'm more excited about because I'm somebody who loves music, right? And I specifically love local talent and not the people you hear on the radio and stuff like that. But never before in this digital era that you have the possibilities that you have today on actually generating royalty income, right? You could use things like DistroKid, put your things on Spotify. Now, even though they pay poorly, right? Before, you would have to have a middleman into that. You can actually set up your own platform and sell your own music. Two of my favorite artists right now are Russ and LaRussell, and they completely fund their whole thing. They fund their own tours. They sell their merch directly. They sell their music directly. You can actually buy the music directly from them. It's really a good thing. But also, if you're a writer and you're an artist, right, you can self-publish a book. And then you can put it on Amazon, and Amazon will take a portion and they'll pay you. But yes, there is things where they take too much and stuff like that, but I don't want to argue about that stuff. I'm just showing you the possibility of creating something, right? Royalty income. If you create a song, you write a book, right? And this goes into actually the next one, passive income, right? Is that if you just create these things once, one of my favorite takeaways from Rich Dad Poor Dad is that if you create something once, right? And you can consistently and not have to work for it, right? And sell it over and over again. These two are my favorite types of income, right? The passive and the royalty, right? But let me tell you something that I strongly believe in, some of my values on that, is that I don't typically believe that passive income is passive. You have to actively manage it. You have to be able to have risk mitigation and risk management in order to understand that if you should move on, pull out, find a different way. And you always have to be tuned with market conditions, but it's one of my favorite things to look at on the internet. And that's something I'll get into. So as you go, guys, we'll go back. Earned income is what you get from work. Profit income is what you get from selling goods, stocks, real estate, whatever it is whenever you sell something. That's why wholesaling real estate is a thing, right? You go in, negotiate the price of the house, then you have to sell it to somebody for your profit, which will be your assignment fee, right? And then that's why there's other ways, and I'm going to make, so be sure, guys, if you like this content, make sure you hit like, subscribe, because I'm going to go deeper into this. And you might want to consider joining my membership program. It's the Fourth Eye Visions Academy. I'm going to show you how I achieve financial freedom through investing, specifically through cryptocurrency, stocks, and now I'm moving into the real estate space. I have a goal of hitting a net worth of $10 million, right? And I also, within the next 5 years, and then I also want to become an accredited investor within the next year. So guys, be sure to like, stay tuned. I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff coming. But now back to what we were talking about. You have profit income, interest, dividend, rental, capital gains, royalty, and passive, right? So profit is what you will get from selling goods, right? Anything that you sell, like whether it's on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, you're reselling clothes, you buy sneakers, right? You go to wholesale clubs and you find some stuff that is on sale, but you can list it on platforms like Amazon or eBay or Mercari or all the other. There's so many out there that I don't know all of them. Pick one, try it out, see if it works. It worked for me. I used to flip sports cars for a little bit. That was really good for me. It helped me get some capital. And that's the reason why I'm telling you about this, because the number one thing that you need when you start investing is that you need to fund your investment account. Because one of the things they say is only invest what you can afford to lose. Even though I do not subscribe to that logic, one of the things that I want you to understand is that you need to learn how to get money to come in to find how to invest things. Because later you'll understand that if you talk to a financial advisor, cryptocurrency is so volatile, right, that it's not a good place to put all of your eggs in one basket. But my thing is when I started, I had nothing to lose. So I YOLO'd my money in there, right? But that's when I learned about dollar cost averaging. That's when I learned about deciding on how many of these things that I was actually really going to like invest in. Did I put too much money in? You start understanding your risk tolerance, right? And because the highest returns are on the things with the highest risk. And if you're at the bottom, you got to make some power moves. And now this is not financial advice. I'm not credible to do that, but that's one of the things that you have to do, is that if you don't have enough capital to invest in something that's stable to get the dividend income from it, right? So if you're not going to get the dividend income, the passive, dividend income is actually also passive as well, right? Because what you would do is you invest in the stock, and then when they have their quarterly reports, they pay out to all of their shareholders, right? So then rental income, although my favorite author, Robert Kiyosaki, says that that's passive income, there's a lot of work in rental income, right? But there's creative ways and there's alternative ways. What you should do is like connect with me and my team. I'm part of a mastermind group that you guys should be on the lookout for, guys. And I don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to show you guys about the types of income that there is: earned profit, interest, rental income, capital gains, and all of it's invested. My name is Michael James, guys. I want to give you guys some stuff that you guys can actually start taking and start understanding how you can make money to become financially free. And it's going to start with education. And then I want to just use my platform to show my process on what I do all the time on how to be financially free, guys. So if you like this type of content, again, hit like, leave a comment. Let me know if I made a mistake. Let me know if there's something I missed, something that you would like to hear. Let me know down in the comments, guys, because I love feedback, both positive and negative. I'm here to grow, and I want to increase my impact on the world, guys. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and consider joining my program, the 4thEyeVisions.io, guys. You have a good one.